So I'm back at it at the bug.
Check this.
Something I'm going to work on today, and something I haven't actually done yet myself, but we're going to give it a shot, is concealing some of the wiring that's going to be going on, that's going to go from the outside of the bug to the inside of the bug. So I'm just going to start with the light bar. Everybody drills holes to the roof. There's two big ones up there. I got a patch as it is. I'm going to try to keep the roof with no holes. So what I was going to do is, if you see right here on this pipe here, my cage goes through the roof and then all the way down to the floor. So I'm going to drill a hole right here, and then on the inside here, about right there, I'm going to drill another hole, and then I'm going to run a piece of string through and then pull wire through and see how that turns out. And now I'll just go through the process. See you in a few. Alright, so I got my holes drilled. As you can see, made the hole big enough so I can fit a grommet and the actual wire itself, maybe a couple if necessary. Right there. Then it follows this pipe down like I discussed to right here. Now when my dash is done, it'll be right in that section there, so that will give room for the wire come out here and go directly to a light switch or whatnot. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some good old ribbon, and you're basically going to feed a bunch into the top end, which I'll do now. Alright, so you got a good view of the hole. And all I'm doing now is taking the ribbon. I'm going to push a bunch in there. I just want to kind of get a big wad in there all at once. Probably easiest that way. We'll give that a shot. Alright, so now what we're going to do is take the good old trusty shop vac here. We're going to turn it on. Right here where that hole is, we're just going to give it a little bit of suction there. And look what popped out. We now have a piece of ribbon that goes from there all the way to the top there. Alright, so now you just use that as a string to pull what you need through it, just like a conduit would be like. I'm probably just gonna pull a piece of wire with some flame retardant. Down here, you're basically just gonna grab the line that you have right here, and then you're gonna take this side, and as you go, you're gonna feed this into the pipe, and you're gonna pull the string at the same time. Help it along. Don't just get crazy with pulling it, because if you get too crazy with pulling it, it's just gonna snap. If it's snagged on some, you gotta unsnag it. And bam! As you can see, I now have the line ran from here up to the top right here. So now I'm just going to keep pulling the slack through until I get out the section that I want. So just like before, it's just a kind of a push and pull thing. You're going to push on one side, and you're just going to slightly pull and keep tension on the other. kind of had more line on here than I wanted. But I didn't want to waste it either. So, kind of pulling through a bunch all at once. Something I probably should have done that I neglected to do is to put some tape on this sleeve here. And feed it back up just a little bit. We're just going to add some tape here to keep all this flat so that it'll actually go through the hole. Now that that's flat, we proceed to pulling it back through. And the sleeve is just mainly to keep it from chafing on the pipe, anything like that. Also make it look, keep it looking neat. So at this point, all you would end up doing is connecting your actual light bar wires to the wire you ran, and then you would pull the sleeve right here, back over the wires, and then it'll look completely neat and go straight into the pipe. As soon as I'm done with that, I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Alright, so I got my wires connected, I got the sleeving over, and I got everything ran through. This is just an idea of what it should look like when you're done. As you see, it comes right from the light bar. It's got the sleeve on it, goes all the way into the hole there, and then comes out at the bottom right there. Probably would suggest probably filling it with some sort of silicone. Some people use the expanding foam. Only reason I would say to do that is to keep moisture out. The last thing you want is your cage rotting from the inside out. But other than that, that's the cleanest and safest way to run your wires through, so you're not, getting them caught on something and then yanking them out, something hitting them. And you could do that anywhere. You could do that, for tail lights, brake lines, whatever you really feel is necessary. Keep everything inside of that. But this will work for any type of framing that's on your vehicle. As long as it's a clear passage straight through, you'll be able to tell by if it looks like a cross section or where the welds are. If you see welds coming to a point like this where you could clearly tell it's wrapping around, then you know it doesn't go straight through. But where this pipe here, you could tell it's completely solid. So with it being completely solid, you could run a line from here to all the way in the back if you wanted to. So those are things you have to pay attention to. But to protect the wires, to keep them out of the sight, and everything else, in my opinion, this is the best way to do it. I always have a couple links at the bottom. Take you to eBay for the stuff like the actual shrouding and the brake line stuff. I know it's on a couple other videos. But anything that I actually use in the video, I put down there in affiliate links. That way you don't have to actually go searching for this stuff. I already did the hard part for you. So, you guys take it easy.